1440 is a branding and digital consultancy. We like to think of our work as brands brought to life and built to succeed. We create brands and digital platforms that allow our customers to achieve their business goals by better connecting with their customers. That means we build websites for people, we produce digital marketing, email campaigns, a wide variety of things that help them get their message out to the right people. Almost all of the business operations in 1440 rely on cloud-based computing software. The reason for that is it allows us to work the way we want, where we want, and when we want. So one of the main focuses that has changed in the last year for us has been moving over to Google Apps. We started with Gmail, but then moved over to using Docs, Sheets, and Slides for presentations. Where that's become invaluable for us is we can work together on documents, particularly proposals to clients. We found this was something that was very time consuming. We had 6 different people contributing different bits of information at different times. So to put together a tender for us became a very drawn out exercise. So moving over to Google Docs meant that somebody could start it, enter the information that was specific to their skill set, and then other members of staff would come along and contribute their bits and pieces as we move forward. It also meant we could set up templates that were saved in the Google Drive that was accessible to everybody in the team from wherever they happened to be. I've sat waiting in car parks finishing tenders for clients that other people had started whilst picking up my daughter from school. The main benefit of that has for me been that not only can I access the information from anywhere, I'm out and about talking to clients on the road all the time, so I can pretty much run a lot of the business processes from my phone, but I've also been able to buy a much lower capacity computer because the heavy lifting is taken care of by Google in the cloud, so I don't need to run big software systems on my own computer. And the other main systems that we use cloud-based solutions for are both project management internally for work we undertake for clients, and then our own account system. So this is an example of two pieces of different software but produced by the same company, and they interact with each other. So the project management software allows us to create estimates for clients, and once they're approved they automatically become jobs that can be time recorded against them on the studio staff. We can add notes, we can add files for proofing between clients. So it means that anybody who can log into a web browser anywhere can find out where a particular project is and what the client's thoughts were on proofs that we've put forward and what needs to be done next. The beauty of that is also that we can issue purchase orders to third-party suppliers, and those can be then receipted as the invoices arrive, which means that kind of administration can be carried out by anybody. Those are automatically then passed through to our accounts package, which is a system called Xero, which is a totally cloud-based accounts system. We use that for invoicing clients, sending statements. We can run reports at any time to tell us what the profit and loss position would be at any particular time, see what the gross profit margin's like, because we have sales targets and gross profit margins that we would like to hit. We can identify costs and income to particular sectors of the business as well, so that we can see which particular services are becoming more profitable. A recent addition to our family of cloud-based systems is a service called Hubspot, which allows us to basically carry out fully integrated marketing campaigns across a variety of digital platforms. In this time to market 1440 to potential clients. We hope to roll that out for our own clients through next year, but we're currently working through a certification process. The system collects information from our website, so collects leads as they fill in forms, and they're entered automatically into a CRM system, which means we can keep in touch with them, see what they're interested in, what pages of our site they're visiting, which social media they're interacting with, what is it that they are interested in finding out about what we do. And it also produces excellent reports on which channels are working for us, which things people are interested in, so we can target our marketing much better. It allows us then to spend less time creating proposals for people who may not necessarily be either an ideal fit for us or looking for the service that we provide. We didn't engage with an expert to help us bring on these cloud-based solutions. They kind of evolved over time as we matched a particular software solution to a particular need we had. We're quite comfortable working with multiple platforms and trying to integrate them with each other. There's a service called Zapier. There's another one called If This Then That, which allow for those that don't automatically integrate, that you can create integrations of your own. You can go a bit further, but those two solutions are well worth anybody exploring. Zapier is a great way of finding out what systems are out there and which systems will naturally integrate with each other the best way. So yes, it's been ad hoc over time, but it's been highly focused on the needs that we had as a business. One of the concerns we had, particularly with moving project management software over to a cloud-based solution, was knowing that our data was going to be safe and accessible to us over time. We didn't want to be trapped. We work a lot with open source technology when we develop websites for people, so we understand the idea of being trapped into a system that is proprietary. Now, what we've found over time is that if you've done your research and gone with an established provider, they're kind of aware of these problems, so they know it's a barrier to entry for them, for a lot of clients. So the more professional ones tend to be very helpful. We've actually moved from one project management software to another in the last 2 years. We found getting our data back to be a very smooth process, and we were able to integrate it easily into the new system. In terms of cloud-based solutions, we're always looking for anything that we can do better for our clients or for ourselves. We're happy to look at any different solutions that are on the market, particularly those that we can add to existing ones. Stuff that we know works, we can look for further integrations. And again, I'll go back to Zapier. There's a newsletter goes out every week advising about new integrations into new, existing pieces of software or new software solutions that are on the market, and that's a great way to get that information, to know which ones will work together if you're prepared to look outside of a one-stop shop solution. In terms of advice about considering these software solutions, I would tend to be wary about choosing a one-stop shop solution. They can be overly complex, they can have a very long learning curve, and they may do all sorts of things that you actually have no need to do. It's a lot better sometimes to look for a solution that covers specific problems that your business is facing, and then see, can you put different pieces of software together to create an overall package. And as I say, Zapier is a great place to start looking for those things. In terms of ourselves, the ones that have made the most difference have been, without doubt, Google Apps. That's a huge bonus to us. They understand that everybody in the business, we operate on Macs, we operate on Chromebooks, we operate on PCs. Everybody has the same version of the software at the same time, and it just makes life so much simpler. The ability to be able to work wherever you are, just log in to any computer, your files are there, you can start writing, continue working on a document where you left off a few days ago, or where somebody else has maybe started for you. So Google Apps is, for me, a no-brainer. In terms of an app that probably isn't known that well, particularly aimed at small businesses, it's an app called Podio, which is developed by a Danish firm and has recently been bought over by Citrix. So it has massive backing and will progress, but it's an app that we use within our business to handle internal communications regarding marketing plans, regarding employee training, regarding holiday requests, employee records, meetings, management meetings, agendas, that sort of thing. It will do anything that you want it to do if you're willing to take the time. It's a very flexible app in which you can create to do whatever you want. And the best piece of news about it is that if you're running a team of 5 or less, it's completely free. And lastly, the other app I would recommend the most, that has made, certainly as the owner of the business, has made the most difference to my day-to-day work, has been using Xero for accounting. Just having your finger on the pulse of numbers don't come naturally to me, so being able to keep an eye on those in a way that keeps my accountant happy has been very beneficial. It is basically, again, the emphasis that as somebody who spends a lot of time out of the office, a lot of time meeting with clients, talking to clients, traveling, it is made me much more productive in those times between meetings. To be able to, run my entire business if I want. The administration side of it, certainly from a phone, is incredible. As I say, being able to take on work that somebody's already started, finish it, adjust it, see that everybody back in the office is actually keeping on top of what we need to deliver for clients, makes life a lot simpler and a lot more productive.